All right, start walking this way in 10 minutes.
Talk any faster, but hurry.
All right, guys, welcome back to DVD Extras.
Hey guys, welcome to DVD Extras. Damn it. Hey you guys, welcome to DVD Extras. Hope you guys are having a good day.
We were recording when that happened. That'll be kind of funny. Wow. All right. Yeah, welcome back to DVD Extras.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to start this off right away. What the fuck did you send me the other day? That was super gross.
So
I didn't even watch it. I just saw like the thumbnail and I was like,
So G always like makes these ASMR jokes. So I sent him an actual ASMR video, but it's like
it's fucking gross.
it's literally how I punched that. Literally this girl's just like eating a giant gummy worm, but she's like not just eating it.
She's sucking dick.
Yeah, it's pretty sexually explicit, and it's just on YouTube, and it's an ASMR video, and it's fucking gross, but also hilarious. So I was like, I'm gonna send this to G because fuck him.
Yeah, he's like, dude, we should start doing this, and I'm like, dude, what? I didn't even watch it.
It was gross. It was fucking gross. But like, if it's the right context, it might be kind of sexy.
Can someone let me know, like, if you like ASMR, why?
Yeah, for real.
Like, and I'm not even judging. I'm actually genuinely curious. Like, there is noises that I like, but like,
Oh, that video is disgusting.
yeah, like there's just like noises that like, all right, cool, I can get why people like this, like nature and shit. You know?
Yeah. But yeah, no, that channel is a straight like thirst trap where she does like, where she does like sexy stuff on purpose to try and get those clicks.
For the OnlyFans.
Yeah, and then like she redirects people to her OnlyFans. It's
Not the worst idea.
yeah, and it's not bad. But my only issue with
I think
like
it was on YouTube Kids, wasn't it?
no, I don't think it was on YouTube Kids. But my only issue with it is like it's on YouTube and it's easily accessible. Where one OnlyFans is at least behind a paywall. So you know, there's that. But whatever. Anyway,
I mean, man, these kids.
happy Friday, everybody.
These kids have such a fantasy now, man. Like,
Yeah.
Back in my day when we wanted to watch porn, it was like
It's the Sears underwear catalog.
it was either that or you know.
When we got like the one free like weekend of like HBO or something, they had the booby movies on, or Cinemax, not HBO.
Yeah, we had to work for our things, okay?
Yeah.
And nowadays you can just go to like, fuck it, I'm gonna play it. No, I'm not gonna play it. You can go to YouTube and literally watch this girl like suck a fucking big ass gummy worm.
It's
and
a
make
gummy
the
worm.
noises.
It's a gummy worm.
You can still fantasize that being your penis, I guess. It's
Yeah,
not. I hope you guys we're not okay with it. That's what we're going with this.
Yeah, it was weird. It was super weird.
I mean, a little jealous, but we're not okay with it.
Yeah. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. What did you want to talk about?
Going back to cultural appropriation.
Oh yeah.
It's moving on from actually just, you know, like dressing up or celebrating holidays and stuff like that to actual English language. There's a movement going on now, specifically on Twitter, where it's not allowing people to use specific language because that's cultural appropriation now. Your thoughts on that, G?
I think that there's something to be said about what they're saying, but they're also
Like, it's not like people are like having the black scent, I guess, to clarify. Because that was a huge thing a while ago. I think Iggy Azalea is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Where she's Australian, but when she raps, she doesn't sound Australian. So I guess what brought this up for me is there was a super popular Twitch streamer who got canceled on Twitter because she said some like
no cap.
Yeah, she said some Gen Z slang, basically, is what it boils down to. And someone's like, you can't say that. That's appropriating like black language. I forget the exact phrasing they called it, but
so I guess my thing with all that is that for specifically with African Americans or black people, I don't even know what to call them anymore. Like I don't even know what to call people anymore because I don't want to be like offensive.
I mean, depends what they want to be called. I don't know.
That's fair.
It's different for everybody.
But the thing is that
racist,
dick. That's your fucking
like some people like to be called Mexican American. You like to be called my dirty little slut.
The beaneroni. No, but
you're my beanie baby.
Oh goodness, I'm my mom's beanie baby. My cousin's having a little baby. She's a beanie baby.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, serious time.
I know we're trying to like have like a
serious time.
Actual conversation here. We just start throwing racial slurs at each other. Actually, just at me, and I just do it. No, but no. So I think when it comes to Black Americans, that's what I'm going to say. Black Americans. For so many years, there's been taking from their culture, but not appreciating it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where that movement comes from.
Yeah.
And I think eventually we have to get to the point where we have to realize like the culture is going to be that way, but we just got to like figure out a way to mend that better.
Okay,
like,
so
it's like the whole like on fleek or like the finnas and like
yeah, and that's literally kind of what it's talking about. So I understand like the whole like what you're talking about, like jazz music or like
all music before
or like hip hop basically, like any adjacent anything like that, the urban style, the urban culture, flat bill hats.
It's a simple idea,
something like that.
Yeah.
I understand that, but when we're talking about a language the entire country shares.
Yeah, no.
Is that really appropriation when it's American culture at that point? I guess that's my main question.
I think the hardest thing is for black people, for a lot of black people, that the American culture isn't their culture. And I think that's the hardest thing is that like they might live in America. I think for me, it's like you want our culture, but you don't want us. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where they're going with that.
Yeah, Paul Mooney said it best. What was that quote, G?
Everybody want to be anywhere, but nobody want to be anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was my best
Paul Mooney impression. Yeah, I mean, that's a valid reason.
So I think the way they're approaching it is not the right way. I think it's more like use it, but also know where this is coming from. Mm-hmm. Instead of being like, you can't use it. It's like, well, why? And it's that whole act of defiance that's happening right now because people don't even want to just have a conversation. It's just like, you can't do that. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. Instead of being like, hey, if you're going to use that word, like understand where it comes from and, just.
I actually remember what it's called now. I just remembered as you were talking about it. It's called African American English Coequial, AAEC.
Yeah.
They get yelled at for using AAEC language.
Yeah, because I mean, who was it? It was Aquafina was another one that got in trouble for that too, right?
Yeah, and she's like, "This is how I grew up. I didn't know."
She's like, I grew up in Brooklyn. Like that's literally how. And that's it's hard, man. It really is. But I think it just needs to come down to just having a discussion instead of just yelling at each other. Because when someone yells at me, I say "fuck you," and you're the same exact way. Because we've yelled at each other, and we just like
it's just like "fuck you," no "fuck you," no "fuck you."
Yeah, we just take it to the next level because we want to piss you off and defy what you're saying instead of just having that conversation of what it really is. So I think when it comes to cultural appropriation and the language aspect of it, we just need to be better about and even everything, not even just that, because you even talk about pronouns and the changes that we're having with the culture here. Everything's happening so quickly, but we're not having a conversation as to why it's happening or where it's coming from or the origins.
Okay,
it's like because the same thing with like pronouns. Like there's so many people mad about it, and I don't even think they know why they're mad about it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that get really angry about stuff like that, which
on both sides.
To a point, it's understandable, but also it's like, if someone doesn't know you as a person, how are they? So what is the correct way to assume? But then you get mad at them for assuming. So
this is such a human trait too, man. Because it's like you think about growing up. On maybe I think it's just me. It might just be me, but growing up, even if I didn't know something, I would get scolded by people because I didn't know it.
Yeah,
it's like when someone like I see someone's like, you don't know how to change a tire. Like, what the fuck is wrong? with you?
No, that happened all the time.
And it's one of those things where it's just like, well, they just don't know. Like, there's nothing wrong with
they don't just teach people these things. Like, people have to be taught certain things.
And so when you attack someone, I think that's when you start getting that resentment towards those things, right? I think that's why, especially with the transgender community, there is a lot of that, because I feel like a lot of it sometimes isn't more of like the discussion, like, hey, let me just tell you why I feel this way, what's going on.
I mean, like,
my first interaction was very hostile, and I had some resentment towards that, and I hate that I did, but it was one of those things where I was like, I just didn't know. Like, I don't know what non-binary means.
Yeah, I think there's I think there's a huge issue kind of going on, like cultural appropriation and kind of the pronoun thing we're talking about, is there's a lot more pushback than there should be. There should be more education and possibly correction,
Mm-hmm.
but the first response is getting attacked and belittled for it, which then in turn leads to resentment and then the exact opposite of what people are trying to achieve. Yeah. So then they do it on purpose, which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a spiteful motherfucker myself, but like,
we both
it just leads to ignorance. Like, spite leads to ignorance if done at the wrong moment for the wrong thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think cultural appropriation, Jesus Christ. It's like recording.
Yeah, we've said that way too many times today.
The CA, the SA. I like I said, I'm on both sides of it because I understand the aspect of it, but there has to be some type of understanding to that, and that might be up to me to have those conversations with people dressed that way. Be like, hey, that's cool that you're using my culture, but just know that like we don't really have small hats, or not all of us have mustaches, or I don't know. It's finding a way to have a discussion and have a sense of like understanding instead of being feel attacked.
Yeah.
Because once you get attacked, there's always the fight back that goes into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a touchy subject, but we need to talk about it.
I agree.
All of it.
I think it's a problem with America.
Because it's so
nobody wants to talk to each other.
No,
anymore.
dude, because it's so easy to hide behind a fucking phone.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Or a podcast. Or, you know.
Am I hiding?
I'm going to speak for Chris now.
All right.
No, I'm not going to do that. That was funny. Dude, that was probably my favorite like improv bit that we did.
We should take improv classes.
We should.
We should probably take some improv classes.
Should we take improv classes and just be like the most obnoxious people there?
I mean, it's improv. I think that's really hard to do.
No, we can.
Have you like
That's what I'm saying,
observed any improv classes? Like 90% of people there are just obnoxious.
Do we have any improv classes around here?
I don't know. That'll be something to Google next time.
If not,
on Best of 5.
Come to GFY Productions for our
improv classes.
All right, you guys, we're going to go get some food at Waldrick, so we'll see you guys later. Thank you guys again for listening. Go Nuggets.
Go.
Hey.
Sports teams.
You fuckface right now that's watching this. All three of you. Vote. Do it. It's important this year.
Oh, yeah, that's happening next week on Tuesday.
Yes. I don't care who you vote for. Just
was that
vote.
the 8th? 9th? 9th?
Yes.
8th. 9th. Fuck.
7th.
I think it's the 8th. I don't remember.
When's election day?
I think it's the 7th.
Election day is on
Damn it!
Tuesday, November 8th.
Oh, fuck it. That was the 7th. All right. Anyways, you guys think
I was right the first time, and then I corrected myself because I'm in. All right.
Have a good weekend.
Guys, have a great Friday.
Very
Don't forget to
nice.
vote next Tuesday.
Bye. Bye, you guys.